Coming up on today's episode of Airborne Unlimited, Discovery Aviation launches advanced XL-2 aircraft. Huerta steps down as FAA Administrator. And GoPro kills karma and announces layoffs. Hello, I'm Laura Hudson. It's January 10th, and this is Airborne Unlimited. Discovery Aviation has started production of its new advanced XL-2 with a 3-aircraft order from current XL-2 operator in Seoul, Korea. The business plan calls for production to ramp up in 2018, with full production capabilities to be achieved later in the year. The new advanced XL-2 will feature an upgraded avionics suite, which will include the Garmin G500 dual-screen electronic flight display, Mid-Continent Standby Attitude Module, Garmin GDL88, Bendix King KN62A DME, Honeywell KR87ADF, as well as the additional option of adding STEC 30 Autopilot. While the new advanced XL-2 has additional capabilities, Discovery Aviation will still offer and support the base XL-2, which comes with a standard IFR avionics package that has achieved outstanding reviews. To date, there have been 135 XL-2s manufactured, featuring an exceptional safety record and offering unparalleled operational cost, burning just 4.5 gallons per hour with its advanced Teledyne Continental Motors IOF 240 FADEC engine. The XL-2 is the only 2-seat IFR certified aircraft in its category. After the break, local Fairbanks government opposed state aircraft registration.
There's a difference between charting a steady course and pushing for the ceiling. And for nearly a century, Hartzell Propeller has been defining that difference. It's in our passion for engineering and research and our dedication to testing the limits of performance. We are built on honor. We are Hartzell Propeller.
Sandia introduces the new SAI 340 Quattro TSO'd airspeed, attitude, altitude, and slip. With integral backup battery, safety never looked so good. See it now at www.sandia.aero.
Based on the popular Sling 2 LSA, the Sling 4 was designed to be the most practical and desirable lightweight 4-place experimental aircraft on the market. Find out more about this 115 horsepower turbocharged airplane at airplanefactory.com.
Welcome back. If you have a story suggestion for Airborne Unlimited, Aero-TV, Airborne Unmanned, the AMA Drone Report, our website or podcast, just email to news-by@aero-news.net. With so much news coming out of the aviation industry, we're summarizing some other interesting stories in a brief segment we call Around the Patch. A proposal to require registration of aircraft in the state of Alaska is being opposed by 2 members of the Fairbanks North-Star Bureau Assembly, who object to the agency's assertion that it needs to record aircraft registration data. The resolution was introduced by Assemblymen Aaron Lejewski and Lance Roberts. The Alaska DOT says that the registration was proposed to bring the state into compliance with FAA regulations on aircraft data, and that it feels it will help defray the costs of maintenance at the state's 240 airports. Technem announced the successful first flight of a second P-2012 Traveler aircraft occurred on December 22nd. It will be configured as a conforming production aircraft and will be the template for all P-2012 customer production aircraft. The arrival into service of the next-generation 11-seat P-2012 Traveler is highly anticipated by airlines, who have been demanding a replacement for the many hundreds of heritage aeroplanes in the FAR-23 CS-23 category currently in service around the world. The Futaba Air Team has added Colton Clark to its growing roster. He inherited his love of RC flying from his father, who took Colton to the field after he'd spent time on his flight sim. Within a few flights, he was piloting .40 size globe planes solo. In 2017, Colton stunned spectators with a series of night 3D flights at the EAA AirVenture in Oshkosh. Sierra Nevada Corporation's Dream Chaser program passed a major NASA milestone for its Commercial Crew Integrated Capability contract with the completion of the successful free flight test, which produced subsonic flight and landing performance data. Milestone 4B validated the spacecraft's design for a safe and reliable return of cargo services to Earth through a gentle runway landing, signaling the program is one step closer to orbital operations. Well, that's it for today's trip around the patch. Now let's move on to the rest of the news. FAA Administrator Michael Huerta's term as FAA Administrator ended last weekend with no permanent replacement identified. Huerta was appointed to lead the agency by President Obama in 2011, following the resignation of Randy Babbitt in the wake of an alleged drunken driving incident. The current Deputy Administrator, Daniel Elwell, became acting administrator until a replacement can be identified and confirmed by the U.S. Senate. Many media organizations have drawn a connection between Huerta's resignation and a recent tweet by President Donald Trump, in which the president seemed to claim credit for a year where there are no fatal airline accidents. But Huerta has made no secret of the fact that he did not expect or plan to continue in the post when his term expired. At trade shows such as AirVenture in 2017, he made several references to the last time he would appear as the administrator. Responding to a question about the end of Huerta's term, White House spokeswoman Sarah Huckabee Sanders said, "I don't have any personnel announcement on that front." The FAA Administrator serves a 5-year term independent of elections. The position is one of only a few to have that distinction. Elwell became FAA Deputy Administrator in June. After these messages, GoPro kills karma and announces layoffs.
The dream is real, a truly affordable personal jet aircraft. The Subsonics Personal Jet Kit is priced at only $42,000. Kit plus engine is still under $100K. Add instruments, upholstery, and paint and you're flying. It's time to put your money where your bucket list is. Learn more at sonicsaircraft.com.
Welcome back. GoPro announced in its most recent earnings report that it is exiting the camera drone market after it sells off its existing drone inventory. The company is reportedly laying off between 200 and 300 people, mostly from the Karma segment of the business. The layoffs were announced in a letter from GoPro executives to employees affected by the move, which was called part of a larger restructuring to better align our resources with business requirements. In the earnings report, GoPro said that although Karma reached the number 2 market position in its price band in 2017, the product faces margin challenges in an extremely competitive aerial market. GoPro will continue to provide service and support to Karma customers. A number of employees have already been idled but will be kept on the payroll until February 16th. The Karma drone was the subject of a massive recall late in 2016 after reports that the aircraft was failing in flight. The Karma was brought back to the market in February 2017. Sales of the Karma rebounded somewhat after the drone was reintroduced last year, but it has faced stiff competition by drone giant DJI, which released the Mavic and Spark drones last year, appealing to the same buyers as might have bought a Karma drone. Well, that's our program for today. Remember that Airborne Unlimited is currently on our winter schedule and is streamed Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, alternating with Airborne Unmanned on Tuesday and the AMA Drone Report each Thursday. Additional breaking news bulletins may be posted for important stories that fall outside of our normal deadlines. If you're watching us on YouTube, please subscribe and do check us out on Facebook and Twitter. Get comprehensive, real-time, 24/7 coverage of the latest aviation and aerospace stories anytime at aero-news.net. We'll see you tomorrow.